All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are going to do something a little special to me. This video came up on my feed, and this is by the BTM basketball time machine. The reason it's special to me is that this is the original YouTube channel, like basketball YouTube channel, that got me into watching, you know, like basketball content that wasn't on the mainstream. So he kind of got me off of that ESPN, Fox Sports, you know, kind of thing, and got me understanding that there's a whole bunch of people out there in the world that have a different kind of appreciation for basketball, very similar to myself. And yeah, I just kind of went down the rabbit hole ever since then. And I could say, like, honestly, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel if it wasn't for the BTM. The basketball time machine. So this one showed up on my feed, and I was wrong about LeBron James. He is not a top 5 player. And the reason this sticks out to me is because I know for many years he's always been saying Jordan 1, LeBron 2. And to tell you the truth, I did too. Up until the last couple of years, I was getting caught up in that nonsense too of that, yeah, Jordan 1, LeBron 2. And then I just started thinking about everybody else that I was leaving off the list. Bird, Magic, Kobe, you know, right off the top of my head. And I was like, I've kind of come to terms with he's not on my top 5 anymore. He's not. So we're going to check this video out together. If you haven't seen the basketball time machine, I highly suggest it. Great content. And at 325,000 subscribers, that should tell you something. But yeah, if you could leave my video a like, I would appreciate it. It would help this video get out. And without further ado, last thing I need to say is the original video is going to be down low in the description below. So if you want to check out the video without my commentary, coffee, please do so. All right, here we go.
Caldwell Pope. First, James was mad at the officials, but he was even more upset with his judge.
Yeah, it's a temper tantrum. All right, normally I would skip the intro, but take a time.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the basketball time machine with my man Sean David.
Yep, Sean David. Let's do it.
Hey guys, good day. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. My name is Sean David. Let's talk some old school NBA basketball. Now, as you know, in the past couple of years, more and more people say that LeBron James became the GOAT in their eyes. And for a very long time, I actually considered him to be the second greatest player of all time.
Yeah, me too.
But I changed my mind. In this video, I will explain to you why he is probably not even in my top 5, and it has nothing to do with him recently losing in the playoffs. But before we start with this episode, let me ask you guys. But before we start with this episode, let me ask you guys first.
What a funny couple of seconds this must be for you guys watching the video. I just had an equipment mess up, and then right after I fixed it, so did Sean David. All right, let's keep going.
Small favor, please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content.
Absolutely. Check out his stuff.
Let's do it.
It's good stuff. Man, everybody has a better intro than me. I'm going to have to do something about it someday. All right, here we go.
So, as I said in the beginning of the video, for a long time, LeBron James probably would have been my top 2, top 3 player of all time. And there were a lot of reasons why I thought and felt that way. But, and this is, I don't want to say it's final, but I have to be truthful to you, the basketball fans around the world. For me to be not only the second best or the third best.
Goddamn, we all feel the same way about this play, don't we? It's embarrassing. That's all. That's the only word I can use for it is just embarrassing that he would do this.
player, you have to have certain qualifications that are very important to me, that I consider that this is GOAT material.
Me too.
And it doesn't always have to do with, oh, he's a sensational scorer or he can do this well or that well. There are also some qualities about your character that I need to consider you the greatest player. If it was only, for example, offense, then James Harden probably could have been in the top 10. Why? Because he's probably one of the top 10 offensive players of all time.
I felt the same way about Steve Nash. Yeah, he was one of my favorite players of all time, but he doesn't belong in the GOAT debate. You know, he only played one end of the floor, so you're disqualified already. But I'm with him already, and I think I know what the direction he's going. Because this is what I've been saying all along, everyone. It's not just about stats. How many points you could score 50,000 points. It doesn't all of a sudden make you the best. You know, there's little intangibles that you have to look for to make you the greatest of all time. And a lot of it is attitude, you know, the winning attitude, and to not cheat the game as well. So LeBron has done both of those cardinal sins. He cheats the game all the time by flopping around and then yelling at the refs, complaining to refs, bullying people. And then also on the flip side, he doesn't get down on defense to help his team, so he's a bad leader. He sets a bad example. And anytime he has adversity on his team, you know, if they lose, either he's leaving the team and abandoning everybody, or he's getting people fired. Can you imagine? I mean, it's like being on a pirate ship with this guy. There's no sense of stability wherever he goes, and that's just not the GOAT. So anyways, I'm sorry. That's just my 2 cents. I had the feeling he's going that direction, and yes, there are things outside of statistics that you need in order to be the GOAT. It's not just stats. You have to be the best winner, you know, the best winner, and by being the best winner, I mean you have to actually know how to lose with grace as well.
Traveling, yes, different story, but his back and all the stuff, how he penetrates and stuff, he was unstoppable for a long time. So, yes, he could be in the top 10, but does he belong in the top 10 overall?
Nope.
Not a chance. You know what? Let me show you some clips.
Watch this whole sequence. Look at LeBron.
No way.
He barely finishes with his pouting tantrum.
Oh my God, Sean Davis, welcome. You found Angry Old Hoops fan. My whole YouTube basketball journey is just like gone in a full circle now. Cause like, holy shit, wow, he's watching Angry Old Hoops. Wow, that's awesome.
Before he gives the other team the ball. That's just terrible. Oh, and what's he gonna do? He's just, who's he looking to blame?
Yeah, he was looking to blame.
Have a hard time making shots. Horton Tucker comes up short. Booker with a rebound.
Hey, we've covered most of these.
Cuts to the basket. Underneath Timberwolves.
Minnesota's field percentage has been plummeting. Getting down there with the Lakers. Lakers are just under 40% shooting.
So after you guys watching those clips, to me it's very important. Like, I'm not criticizing LeBron James as a human being. I don't know him, so I cannot tell or say anything bad about him as a husband, as a friend, or so.
I'll do it for you, bro. Okay. Yeah, the guy donates a lot of money, and he donates to charities and all that stuff to prop up his image. It makes him look good. Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. And I'm glad. I mean, no matter what, that money's going to a good place, to a good cause. That's awesome. I mean, the purpose of him doing it is to, like, improve his image. However, so I won't take that away from him, even though the intentions are sour. What I will say is, as a man, I wouldn't want to be friends with him. I wouldn't roll with him. The reason is, when shit gets tough, he's going to bail on me. He's going to disappear. And I'm going to be left all alone, getting my ass kicked in a situation that he probably started. He's that guy. So I'll say it for you, man. He is not a guy that I would trust. I would not want to be around him. Chaos surrounds him. And yeah, if push came to shove, he wouldn't have my back. Not only he wouldn't have my back, but then somehow he would blame me for getting my ass kicked. You know what I mean? He's that dude.
I don't know him. From my outside look, I think he seems like a nice guy. The one thing, though, that really bothers me is that isn't it that when you are considered to be the greatest of all time, that on the checklist of all the qualities that you must have, that you should basically have almost everything, and especially when it comes to character, that you need to qualify in certain aspects?
100%.
Like, how can people call LeBron James the greatest player of all time if he is not willing to run back on defense all the time?
That's why Ant-Man right now is getting so much attention. Does he have the credentials and like the accomplishments? No, far from it. But everyone is paying attention to him right now because he has the mindset. So if he has the mindset already, which LeBron never had, well, that's already a one-up, you know? So now it's just a matter of, can he follow through? Can he check his ego enough to accomplish amazing things while keeping enough of that ego in order to drive him towards that greatness? We'll find out. I'm watching him. But yeah, as far as LeBron goes, he never had that mindset, and that's a big criteria you need. Kobe had that mindset. Bird did. Magic did.
Like, everybody of you who played old school basketball, like in the 80s and 90s, you know what we were taught. Like, if you don't go back on defense, you are a terrible teammate.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not your bro at that point. You're not going to help us. We're on the front line in a war, in a battle. You're not going to come and help us. Fuck you, buddy. You know. Like, we're not cool anymore after that. And in professional sports, what that would mean in the 80s and 90s is sit your ass on the bench. Think about what you just did. You know, you might play tomorrow. We'll see if your attitude shifts. Not this. Shit's changed.
Terrible. Why? Because you are sending the wrong signal to your teammates. You're basically telling them, hey, well, I can't be bothered. You're basically you're leaving them hanging. Like, I know it's a bad comparison when players say, I went to war with this guy playing against those guys. War, of course, is a very serious thing and should not belong on a basketball court. But if we're speaking about basketball war, like, you got to rely on your teammate that they're doing whatever it takes to be on your side, and you never can leave your teammate hanging.
I respect exactly what he's saying there and how delicate he was about it. The best way I would put that is, the comparisons to war, I totally understand. It's kind of insensitive. But what professional sport was, you know, like think about the Olympics and everything, is like, it's kind of a, FIFA soccer. It's kind of a representation of war. You know, it's a battle. It's a battle simulation with rules in place to keep things kosher, so we don't, like, people don't get seriously hurt. And that's kind of what it is. So it's simulating a battle, and, you know, your soldiers on two sides, and LeBron James is like the captain who turns his back and abandons you when the battle starts. This is why we don't respect him.
And there are so many videos and incidences where LeBron James does not go back on defense. That is terrible, terrible. Alone that tiny thing, to me, already disqualifies you as the greatest player of all time. And this has nothing to do with that Michael Jordan is my favorite player of all time. Any other player, like for example, a Larry Bird or Kobe Bryant, for example, I bet you they also probably had one or two incidences where they didn't run back. But one or two times to me is excusable, but not in that with that amount that LeBron James has. It's terrible. Then another thing which really bothers me, that guy complains all the time. All the time.
I'm loving this. Oh, you are awakened, sir. You are awakened. Welcome. There's no turning back. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Oh no. I'll give him 6 months, and then he'll probably be where I'm at. Where about 6 months ago I was at top 5 LeBron, or like maybe in a top 5. Then I was in top 10, and now like it's hard to justify. Like I think I got him around 11 or 12 now.
Seriously. Why are you complaining all the time? Everybody,
why are you complaining all the time?
On the basketball court has reasons to complain. But why are you, if you are the greatest player on the court, why are you the one who always complains the most? You shouldn't be that guy. Again, sending out a wrong signal to your teammates. Terrible.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, in fact, used to reel his team in. And I think I've covered this. And in the post game, instead of complaining about the refs, he's talking about how we got to not focus on the refs and just get our job done. and we can complain about the refs in private in the locker room afterwards, but don't let it distract us from the game. You know, stay focused on the game. That's a freaking leader.
Example. Then the traveling situation, that he is struggling with the fundamentals of basketball. Another reason why he can't be in my top 5. I know the NBA doesn't care about rules anymore.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about the essence of the game, there is a rule book. And everybody should follow the rule book. And if you telling me that you, as the greatest player of all time, can't follow the traveling rules, while I see players on low division basketball who are more fundamentally sound than you.
Little background: he does coach. I think he coaches high school, something like that. But he probably sees players with better fundamentals every day, following the rules. So yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
You cannot be the GOAT. It just simply does not work. And the video that I want to show you now, that is a very good example why I also really can't see him as the GOAT.
How disappointed are you?
Well, I just hate losing. It's a tough loss. They played extremely well. You just have to get ready for the off season. Next season for us starts right now.
Can you assess exactly what went wrong? Was it too many injuries? Was it Shaq's foot at the beginning of the year?
Okay, so he's setting him up for a whole bunch of different excuses, right? I don't remember this interview, but I can just tell you how this is set up. So he's set Kobe up for any series of excuses. Take your pick, Kobe.
To assess why you lost this series?
I mean, we have a million and one excuses that we could go to. Fact of the matter is, we're not going to make any. They played better than we did in this series. We had opportunities to win it. Didn't go for us.
I'm sorry. I just noticed this. Shit.
So we just have to regroup. Like I said, next season starts right now. And,
yeah, that's it.
Come back next season.
Next season starts right now.
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I'll push myself to exhaustion.
Kobe, we thank you for your time.
That's what it looks like when somebody lays it all out on the court, by the way. Like, really. This must have been, what was that, 2004, I believe, when the Pistons beat them. It's got to be, because the guy is exhausted here. Correct me down below if I'm wrong about that one. That's what I'm assuming at 24 years old. But he's exhausted. He left it all out on the floor, and he's devastated that they lost.
Our season has been derailed all season with just like injuries and guys in and out. And, I talked about it all year. If he was around us all year, I said, I don't know.
Okay, injuries, guys in and out, that's 2.
It's hard to say who we are, what we can be.
It's hard to say who we are, who we can be, that's 3.
Because we have yet to be whole. I think
we have yet to be whole, that's 4.
Whole maybe 1 or 2 times this year, and I know
we've only been whole 1 or 2 times this year. That's a sick 5. But that's also not true, because I saw the injury reports, and everybody in the starting 5 played pretty much every game this year.
One of them was during the in-season tournament. We got whole, and we showed what we was capable of doing. But we was just hit with injuries after injuries after injuries. And
no, you weren't. I don't even want to keep counting. I'll just leave it at 5. He at least has 5 excuses in like the matter of 30 seconds.
It's hard to come back from it. And it's just basketball.
Oh, God.
At the end of the day, it's just basketball.
Look at the face. When a pathological liar lies so much that he doesn't even believe it himself, that's the face right there. That's the face that's made. He's not even really trying anymore. See, it's like, I'm out.
Look, now, obviously, when you compare LeBron James with Kobe Bryant and you place 2 clips next to each other, it's easy to say, oh, you took LeBron James's worst moment and Kobe Bryant's best interview together. And no. If you are a true old school or a true basketball fan, then you know that LeBron James always has excuses.
100%.
Always excuses. And Kobe Bryant never was that way. Kobe always took responsibility. Was he the nicest?
We actually look forward to it now. Scap and Angry Old Hoops kind of messed me up in this way, where any time that they lose, I'm actually excited to go watch the press conference, and I'm already guessing. It's like playing, it's like a drinking game or something. But I'm already having fun guessing what excuse he's going to use. And 9 out of 10 times I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong. That's my dog freaking out. I think LeBron James is at the door. We better keep going.
Teammate? No, definitely not. I mean, I spoke to so many of his former teammates. He also had some things that I did not appreciate. But when it came to winning attitude and leading by example, there's nothing that you can say against Kobe Bryant. Which is also the reason why Kobe, for me, and this is a mistake that I made, Kobe should be ahead of LeBron James.
He is.
Why? Because Kobe would do whatever it takes to win a basketball game. And Kobe would, and this is what I loved about what he just said. Preseason already started right when he lost. And I believed him. I believed him that he would go back to the gym, work on his game, try to get better, do whatever it takes, no excuses. And that is what a winner should be like. And LeBron James is simply not that guy. Is he one of the most skilled basketball players of all time? No, not even a question. Does he have the perfect basketball body?
Yeah.
Not even a question.
My God. Just imagine for a second if Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant had LeBron James's freaking body. What kind of just hell they would have unleashed on the NBA.
Did he do a lot for basketball in terms of making it popular around the world? Not even a question. But
when he also inherited all the work from Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, and Michael Jordan, and then after that was Kobe Bryant. And then LeBron James came around when the game was at its peak already, popularity-wise. So viewership numbers and stuff like that aren't doing that great, but he inherited a working product, a successful product.
When we talking about the greatest, listen again, the greatest of all time. So the best that has ever existed.
Yes.
How can we play somebody who is lacking some very, very vital attributes of the game? How can we rank him in the top 5 when we know that we have guys like Michael Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson? It just
good list.
I cannot do it. I don't want to hate on the guy. I don't want to hate on the guy. So.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You're just scared. I'm not saying you're scared like a bad thing. You're my boy. You're my boy. I get it. I know your channel is way more like politically correct than mine, and I don't mean politically correct like I'm not breaking barriers as far as like groups or cultures, but as far as like you want to keep the peace is what I mean. I get it. You're keeping the peace. I think you did enough. Like I would stop right here too if I were you, because half of your audience is gonna hate you for this one, but the other half, like me, we're gonna be more loyal to you than we ever were. So you did it perfect, man. You did it perfect. Let the rest of us do the hate.
Oh,
we'll keep
try to believe
the facts.
Me. But we have to be objective here. He cannot be in the top 5.
Yes, sir.
Too many players who had more from a character standpoint and the leading by example standpoint.
Yeah.
People say that LeBron James is a great teammate because he's nice and he speaks out for his teammates. That
lead by example is such a big one. By the way, yeah, he's nice to his teammates until he decides he doesn't like them anymore and he's blaming them and then he gets them fired. I don't want that kind of friend. I don't want that kind of person being nice to me. Like, stay the hell away. The closer I am to that person, the better the odds that I'm going to be the scapegoat.
It's a good quality to have. But if you are on court, not running back on defense, complaining all the time, sleeping on defense, not willing to guard the best player on the opposing team, and I'm not talking about old LeBron James, even prime LeBron James in his late 20s, not willing to guard the best player on the opposing team throughout the entire game, sorry, not the GOAT in my book.
Yes, sir.
Not in my top 5.
Yes,
I know
sir.
you LeBron James fans, you will hate it, but I got to speak my truth. What do you guys think?
I wonder what his comments look like.
Hopefully, I'll see you next time.
I wonder what his comments look like, because I sure know what mine look like and the kind of nonsense I hear. Let's see. Top 5 crybaby and narcissist in basketball history. Saying it's just basketball and getting paid more than... Yeah. They discredit Kobe shit. Oh, man. No, he's not pissing anybody off. People have been saying this for years. Blah, 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 okay. When LeBron loses, it's everyone else's fault. Dude. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that list. Wow. Oh man, dude. Do we have some of the same subscribers? I've never seen a Kobe or Michael Jordan flop highlight reel. I've seen comments just like that in mine too. Queen James. Yeah. Wow. Well done, sir. I think you broke free. You can speak your truth about LeBron James now. Congratulations. You finally did it. You don't have to cater to them anymore. Oh, man. Everybody, I highly suggest you check out the BTM Time Machine. Not just for this video, but he has a backlog of awesome videos covering some of the best players and this great sports game in the history of it. So if you love basketball, I highly suggest you actually check out this channel. If this ever gets back to you, my friend, hey, thank you. You inspired me to actually go down the rabbit hole of basketball YouTube. Sorry it took so long to cover you, but this was the perfect entry. And I thank you for this video. I thank you for all the work you've done. And yeah, let's keep rocking together, man. Let's keep that love for basketball healthy and strong. To the audience, I thank you for watching. Leave me a like if you could. It would really help this video, and it would help my friend here. I mean, not that he needs to gain popularity, but some more never hurts. But yeah, subscribe to my channel or his channel if you like what you see, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next one. Thanks for watching, and peace out.